I'm Ryan.
I'm Joel. I play guitar and sing in the band Airbourne.
I play drums.
Let's go! We just wanted to play rock and roll. You know, in our hometown, the Lady Bay Hotel was where a lot of big Australian bands like Midnight Oil and Screaming Jets and Baby Animals and Rose Tattoo would play, and the Angels. And they tore that down, and we were like just playing. We were getting ready to play there, and they just tore the pub down, so we couldn't play anywhere. So that really sort of made us want to play more because we couldn't play. You know, we really wanted to play rock and roll, and you know, Warrnambool sort of didn't have any because of that. So we thought, oh well, if we can't have rock and roll, we'll just play it. Sometimes you go to a venue and they'll have signs around the venue that says no headbanging or no moshing or no crowd surfing, sort of things like that, and that sort of translates to no fun. So, you know, we tear those signs down. If someone sees these and they sort of get, you know, like people are going to have a good time. You're like, what did you book the band for? To come in and play jazz? That makes sense. You know, like there's lots of little things like that where you just, I don't know, we want to put on a big rock and roll show and let everyone have a great time. And there's always something along the way that might stand in the way, and you sort of just got to steamroll through that and kick it out of the way so everybody can have a good time. A lot of people don't want people to have a good time, and our job is to make sure everybody has a good time. Music's music, you know, like it's been going on since cavemen probably sat around with like bones or something, just like banging them on the cave wall, going like way back in the what's it called, the Neanderthal times, Ice Age and shit. And they probably made drums and stuff out of like goat skins. I mean, you can look back and see old instruments and things, and like, you know, I don't know when the first guitar was built, but that'd be like a big advancement as opposed to the caveman drums. But like music's music. At the end of the day, you could play a Hatebreed song on a piano. It's music. Like you wouldn't, I guess you wouldn't do that, but as you've seen with a lot of, you know, there's a lot of people play an acoustic set and they might play a AC/DC song or a Black Sabbath song. They're all, when it comes down to it, it's just a good time. And like if someone says you can't have that when you're walking into a fight, if that gets you pumped up so you're gonna get in the ring and f***ing kick the guy's ass or put you in the zone, why can they say that? They're not the one getting in the ring. If they want to make calls like that, you get in the ring. And then I'll fight you without the Hatebreed song and see what happens. And then if I win, I give a Hatebreed song. That's what he should have done. And then sure, he would have kicked their ass. Let's go! Oh, we sort of don't look for the road rage, it just sort of happens. You know, like we've sort of got the track pumping in the car and we're working on lyrics, and then someone might cut you off, and you know, you normally might just be at the horn and say, get but then in this sort of case you like chase after them or something like that, you know, and sort of give them a nudge, because you know, you're all pumped up by the tracks. But it can lead to good lyrics because you just get in that frame of mind. I don't know, there's something about that sort of road rage thing.
I guess I mean, we did have a Royal Rumble. Stand Up for Rock and Roll was Royal Rumble.
That was a little while back. Yeah.
So I guess we've sort of been on the radar for WWE, and yeah, that was just one of those surprises, good surprises.
Yeah, Extreme Rules, and yeah, we were at home, like someone called us up and they were watching like the cable network in Australia, and they just said, "Hey man, your song's on the WWE, sick." And we went, "What?" And then like looked it up on online. And we're like, "So it is," and we're like, "That's awesome." Cool. Yeah. No, they
I think that was actually approved when we were making the album.
Yeah.
So we were so focused on the album, I think that one actually just went through management. But we would have approved it.
We would have said, "Oh yeah, absolutely use it," you know, and we were really happy to hear it, you know. Oh yeah, you know, like I've been, you know, when I was a kid, like into Hulk Hogan and Warrior and Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, and all that sort of shit. Like, it goes way back all the way to the Rock and Roll Express. All these guys, and yeah, I don't know, Heartbreak Kid, he's always good. Funny, when we first started, we had an idea once to reenact some sort of wrestling match in the middle of a gig where we'd all just like be playing. And then we just started wrestling, throwing each other through the drums. Kind of didn't work, you know. The next day, because everything was broken, and we're like, you know, can't we do that again, you know? It's not gonna, you know, work. And I think the crowd just sort of went, oh, this doesn't make any sense. What's going on? Power. Power can give you speed, and power is the rawness. It's like, you look at a band like The Who, and the power that they had as a band, and you know, the energy that puts out, like an atom bomb. You know, like it's, we've always gone for power over speed, and generally speed just comes from like horsepower, I guess. You just, well, if you've got a lot of power, you start to put the foot down, you know, and everything winds up.
Oh, it's great.
Really, really great, you know.
Drank about 2 bottles of Jack in his limo. We ate salt and vinegar chips, and that's all he wanted for the gig. You know, he didn't want to get paid or anything. He just wanted a limo, salt and vinegar chips, and a bottle of Jack and Coke. And
he had ZZ Top CD.
Yeah.
Listen to ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
He had some new demos or something too.
Yeah.
They actually sounded really good. They were off, I think, Motoriser or songs from that. So it was really cool. You know, he's such a nice guy. Yeah. Well, I mean, Sabbath's almost on the top of the charts here, so it's got to be on the way back. You know?
Yeah. I don't think really, for us, it never went away.
It's not like a fashion, you know, rock and roll. It's not like it's not like disco in the 80s was, or it's not like hip hop was in the 90s. And it's not like, I guess, anything like that really. It's those sort of things that go out of fashion and they reform and come back. Where rock and roll has been the way ever since days, like Chuck Berry and Jerry Lee Lewis and that sort of thing. You know, like it goes on to AC/DC, Deep Purple, Sabbath, which is still here today, releasing songs.
Stones.
The Stones, you know, they're about to hit the road again. You know, rock and roll doesn't die.
We're actually on the road with the Bleaker Ridge guys. And
they're really great, you know.
They're awesome.
Slash's new band's really good too, you know, that he's doing at the moment, because you know, it's not like it's just Slash. These guys are a real band, you know. And the chemistry between, you know, with Slash and Miles and the band is it's a real rock and roll band. I mean, we didn't tour with them, but we were playing shows with them on festivals, like last year or the year before that, and it was really, really good. You know, they really had the palm of in the palm of his hand, the crowd. Really good to see.
Yeah. Well, not exactly. Well, for me, it was actually before we hit the road. Just before we did, we had sort of a semi-going away party, I guess you could call it, in Australia. I bought a heap of beers and I fell down a flight of stairs. Literally, like he said, it sounded like a Westinghouse fridge falling down the stairs. Jarred all my fingers, so it made the touring not exactly that easy, but that's what you get for drinking too much, I guess.